You're welcome to another episode of the program This Day in History right here on Flip TV. I remain Omolara. Our focus for today is going to be on 11th of March, way back in history. I read, on March 11th, 2011, the largest earthquake ever recorded in Japan causes massive devastation, and the ensuing tsunami decimates the Tohoku region of the northeastern Honshu. On top of the already horrific destruction and loss of life, the natural disaster also gave rise to a nuclear disaster at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. The Fukushima disaster is considered the second worst nuclear disaster in history, forcing the relocation of over 100,000 people. During the emergency, each of the three operational nuclear reactors at the Fukushima plant shut down successfully, but the backup power and coolant system failed. As a result, residual heat caused fuel rods in all the three reactors to partially melt down as crews were searching the rubble for survivors and the nation reeled from the earthquake and ensuing tsunami. The nuclear disaster unfolded over the course of several days. Now, the facilities where reactor 1 and 3 were located exploded on March 12 and 14 respectively, prompting the government to evacuate everyone within the 12-kilometer radius. Another explosion in the building housed Reactor 2 on March 15 released even more radiation, and thousands of people left their home as workers used helicopters, water cannon, and seawater pumps to try to cool the overheating facility. I can only but imagine what the overeating, what hazard the overheating costs. Okay, we move on. In a primetime Oval Office address, President Donald Trump announces a 30-day travel ban on foreign travel to the U.S. from most European countries as COVID-19 cases surge across the globe. Trump's TV address came the same day the World Health Organization officially declared the disease a pandemic. UK travelers were not included in the restriction, nor were American citizens or their immediate families or legal permanent U.S. residents. A week later, the State Department issued an advisory that U.S. citizens avoid all international travel because of the pandemic and that those abroad should return home immediately, eventually spreading to every corner of the globe. As of April 2023, more than 763 million people had contracted the virus worldwide and nearly 7 million had died from it. The first U.S. vaccination of COVID-19 were administered on December 14, 2020. We move on. On this day in history, in the year 2008, soldiers attacked Niger Delta gang leader Ateke Tom and reported that they found a huge cache of arms and ammunition, along with an illegal pipeline used to tap stolen oil in a raid on one of his bases. In August, following days of gunfight between various militia groups and security forces in the port Harcourt, Ateke Tom wrote to the governor, Celestino Mejia, requesting for amnesty in response to an offer of clemency and rehabilitation the government had offered to militias who surrendered. Now, in October 2009, the 49th anniversary of Nigerian independence and 3 days before the closing of the government amnesty program, Tom willingly surrendered to President Musa Yar'Adua at the Government House, Abuja. Now, the presidential jet was then sent to fly Tom to Abuja. In 2018, way back in history, Marvel's movie Black Panther became the fifth movie of all time to make more than £1 billion at the box office. This day in history, we tend to celebrate some national day. This day in history is incomplete without talking about the national day. So the first national day being celebrated today is the World Plumbing Day, what we call plumbing. My dear brother and sister, it is not plumber, it's plumber. or plumbing, not plumbing. Okay, so the World Plumbing Day is an international event initiated by the World Plumbing Council, held on 11th March each year to recognize the important role of plumbing, what plumbing plays in the society, health, and amenity. I tell you, without plumbers, maybe all our street would be full with all kind of shit and mess. You know what I mean? I can't even think about it. So kudos to every plumber out there. Now the the WPC, through its member countries and its partnership with bodies like the World Health Organization works all year round to promote the benefit of safe plumbing, but in 2010 it decided to launch the concept of embedding a single day on the world's calendar dedicated to plumbing. Now let's take a deep dive into the history of World Plumbing Day. Now the idea was that on March 11th each year, people all over the world would pause to reflect on the vital role plumbing plays in preserving health and way of life in the case of countries like ours, or in building sustainable disease-free future for millions in the developing world. And so World Plumbing Day was born, and and it's getting bigger all the time. Today, on the continent of Australia, Europe, and Africa, events are organized to mark the occasion and draw attention to the importance of good plumbing and sanitation. In China, England, Germany, India, Canada, North and South America, and many more places, industry leaders like us here today, government, policymaker, and community-based organization are promoting World Plumbing Day. Let's talk about another national day being celebrated. Now, this is not a national day. It is uh, 11th of March being being a month. Born on this day is in history is Bishop David Abioye Oyedepo, the pastor of Living Faith Church Worldwide. Happy birthday to you, sir. And also, birthday shout out goes to Drogba. He's a professional football player. Happy birthday. And like we always do here, we send out loads of love to everyone, be it you're a celebrity or a layman, your newborn, born on this day in history. From the Table of Flip TV, we say happy birthday. In case you're watching for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And please share the program with your loved ones who love history. Join me tomorrow for another beautiful episode of the program This Day in History.